Ever since Man of Steel was released, fans have been wondering for years when there will be a sequel. Well, the wait is finally over since Henry Cavill just recently confirmed that he'll be back in his Superman suit soon. With this recent news, we can't help but be extremely excited about what will happen next. So we decided to let you in on all of the exciting news about this movie.
I will honor the man you once were, Zod. Not this monster you've become.
So yes, Man of Steel 2 is officially happening after Henry Cavill announced it on his Instagram profile a few days after Black Adam arrived in theaters. Why Black Adam? Well, for those who haven't already seen the movie, this might be a spoiler, but by the end of Black Adam, we saw Henry Cavill in his Superman suit appear on the big screen once again. In his post, Cavill said that he wanted to wait for everyone to get the chance to see Black Adam before he would announce the excellent news. His appearance in the Black Adam mid-credit scene left fans wondering about the future of Superman. For years, Cavill has expressed his desire to return as Superman, and he even joked about still having the suit and is ready to put it on anytime. With the recent news revolving around Man of Steel, it appears that this movie is finally happening. The real question is whether we'll see Cavill as Superman again in Black Adam 2 or Man of Steel 2.
In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
The status of Man of Steel 2 has been up in the air for years, and now we still don't know exactly how long it'll be before we see it. Since Black Adam set the narrative to have Superman in the sequel, it might be possible to see Black Adam 2 before we get to see Man of Steel 2. However, we don't doubt that both of the movies are scheduled to be released in the following years. Another interesting thing that happened in the past few months has been that Cavill has stepped away from The Witcher. He has shared the news that he'll no longer be portraying Geralt of Rivia in the hit show, and instead Liam Hemsworth will be taking over the role. This came as a shock to many fans given that Cavill was considered to be the best option for that role, and that he alone made this show become such a huge hit.
Let the girl go.
After this announcement, many people became suspicious about why they decided to make this announcement now. Many believe that Cavill decided to step away from The Witcher to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. But no, he decided to step away to focus on his role as Superman, while many believe that the 4th season of The Witcher had already gone into production, and they needed to announce this as soon as possible. With that being said, fans began to theorize that Cavill had to leave The Witcher to play Superman. This sudden departure from the show could mean that Cavill had big scheduling conflicts and had to make a decision. This could mean that Warner Brothers is a lot closer to shooting a new Superman movie than people think. On the other hand, this announcement could also mean that Season 4 of The Witcher could be shooting real soon, but so far we can only speculate that could happen. But all of this has brought us to hope that Cavill is extremely focused on going back and putting on the Superman suit once again. For years, he has been talking about how excited he is to go back and reprise this role, and finally he has the chance to do it. Now, as far as the release date goes, we have no official news about when this movie could happen. With everything that has happened in the past few months, one could assume that this sequel would be released as soon as possible. But this might not be the case. You see, these types of movies take a long time to be filmed and developed. Even if they've already begun filming, we wouldn't be able to see this movie until late 2023. But there has been no news that the filming has begun.
Thank you.
For what?
For believing in me.
For now, we all speculate that the movie will officially begin production somewhere between February and April, that is if everything goes smoothly. If this happens, we could be looking at 6 to 8 months of filming, and then a few months in post-production before the movie is finally released. Our best guess is that this sequel could arrive in early 2024, but to be safe, we'll say that we can expect it in mid-2024. This gives us a lot of time to further explore what is next for Superman, but at the same time we're done waiting and we all just want to see this movie. Sadly, that isn't a possibility, so we all need to stay patient and eventually we'll have the sequel we have all been hoping for the past few years.
Yeah, I just wish you could have been here to see it finally happen.
He saw it, Clark, believe me.
Okay, when Man of Steel 2 finally happens, we can't help but wonder what could be next for Superman after all these years. So far, the only new footage of Cavill Superman we got to see was in the Black Adam post-credit scene. This got us thinking, will we see Black Adam in Man of Steel, or are we gonna see Superman in Black Adam? The logical thing would be to see Superman in Black Adam and not see Black Adam in Man of Steel 2. Man of Steel 2 could see Amy Adams return as Lois Lane, but no cast members other than Henry Cavill have been confirmed so far. Black Adam did tease the idea that the two of them could square off at some point, and this would be an excellent opportunity to tie in Black Adam's theme about the ethics of killing. Superman was forced to kill Zod with his bare hands at the end of Man of Steel, and it hurt him to do so. If Clark and Adam face each other with this question hanging in the balance, Clark would have to answer for his actions in his earlier film. This could not only serve as a strong theme for the sequel, but would also redeem the lack of payoff to this theme to the original.
This man is not our enemy.
Thank you, Colonel.
There are over 80 years of comics history to draw from, not to mention the option to write new original stories. With that, there are multiple characters and stories that the sequel could involve, or DC Studios could decide to go on a completely different path and choose a story that has never been seen before, which will portray Superman as the one hero solely focused on saving humanity and protected from all of the bad guys in the world. It's easy to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, but no, in all seriousness, it's easy to speculate what could be next. But without any cast members and no footage, it's hard to say for sure what will happen next. For now, let's be glad that a sequel is coming, and we'll dive into the storyline as it's revealed. Before we close the chapter about the plot of Man of Steel, we wanted to also mention that there won't be Superman without a mean villain coming against him. In each superhero movie, we always have the superhero and the villain that the hero must destroy. Throughout the years, Superman has faced multiple villains both on the big screen and in comics. There are several villains to choose from, but the one that would make the most sense would be Black Adam. Since Superman appeared at the end of Black Adam movie, it would only be fair to have them both go one against another.
Don't do this!
But given that it happened in the Black Adam movie, this vision might be planned for a Black Adam sequel instead of having it in Man of Steel. We still aren't sure if Man of Steel 2 would continue right after the events of the first movie, or if it will have more of a time jump into the future, where we'll see Superman faced with a completely new set of problems. If a proper Superman sequel is in store, then it would be a great time to introduce modern takes on big villains such as Brainiac, Mr. Mxyzptlk, or Metallo. However, although a villain is usually a requirement in superhero movies these days, a more optimistic Superman movie would also benefit from scenes of Clark saving people from natural disasters or accidents. This could be a new take on Superman and show him as the ultimate superhero, but from recent superhero movies, we doubt that this would be the case. We're quite positive that a villain will be included, but as of now, we can't say anything for sure. You'll love this video next.